Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of Tangen Hall, home of our integrated product design program. I'm here with Sarah Rottenberg and Taylor Caputo. Sarah Rottenberg has been leading the integrated product design program for 12 years now. Hi Sarah, thanks for joining us.
Hi, so glad to be here.
So can you just give us a quick overview of the integrated product design program?
Sure. IPD is a 2-year master's program that brings together design, engineering, and business for the purpose of creating new products and experiences. So our students come from design, engineering, or business backgrounds. They take a core set of classes in integrated product design and in human-centered design, and then take classes in the 3 disciplines across the school.
Awesome, thanks. And can you just show us the space a little bit and tell us about the room we're in right now?
Sure. So this is the IPD studio. We are on the 4th floor of Tangen Hall, and we've been lucky enough to be in this space for about 2 years now. What you see when you look out here is a big mess, which is always, but that's okay. This is really a place where IPD students can live and work and make messes and learn and work together. So the way the space works is that second-year students get their own desks. And that's what you see right in front of you. And behind us here, we'll walk this way a little bit. This is Bob. He's a second-year student working in the studio. We've had to ask him to stop doing conference calls from here because it gets a little loud. And then there's also a learning space. What you see going on here is a recitation. These are our first-year students working on projects with their TAs who are second-year students. And this is an IPD studio class where they're working on, it's called problem framing. It's about design, research, and strategy and prototyping. And this initial project is around designing an app. And then the second project they do in the class is a client project where they'll either design physical, digital, or service design projects. So the other stuff that we have going on in the studio, we have here our wall of faces where we can take votes on things and have people share what's going on with them. We also have this great set of lockers where first-year students who don't have desks, many of them get them, but not all. So students who don't get desks can get lockers. These were actually designed by IPD students in collaboration with Steelcase, and then Steelcase produced them for us, so they suit our needs ideally. We've got a set of 3D printers. These are really for IPD students only, student-run, student-managed. Most of them are working at any given time, but they're a great opportunity for students to kind of learn and prototype quickly. And then we have a very small workbench where students can do some physical prototyping. Most of the prototyping work happens at the Studios Adventure Lab, which are some of the other spaces in the building that we'll show you.
Awesome. And so I know it's a Wharton building, so how does business and engineering kind of converge in this program?
Yeah, so the program sits in engineering. My appointment is in the School of Design. We are in a Wharton building. Basically, the theory behind the program is that the kinds of interesting problems that our students are going to be solving require interdisciplinary approaches and interdisciplinary mindsets. So we have students from different backgrounds working together, learning from each other and bringing their points of view, and then they take classes in different backgrounds. And again, the idea is that you can have this cool technology, but if you don't know how to think about how to make it usable, how to make it desirable, how to make it useful for people, and also how to implement it in a way that is operationally sustainable and profitable, you're not going to get your product very far. So we really try to bring all of those lenses together.
Definitely. And we were seeing a class over here. Is there a lot of collaboration or opportunity for collaboration in this program?
Yes. If you don't like collaborating, IPD is not for you. So the way the program is set up for our studio classes, the first semester project is solo. The second semester has 2 group projects, and the second year also has a group project. And we try to give students with the tools and resources for how to collaborate efficiently and effectively, and how to make a team project more than you could accomplish on your own and not a struggle. Also, depending on what classes students take, they might be doing more collaborative work or more individual projects. It just kind of depends by class, but they'll definitely be doing a lot of collaboration in the program.
Awesome, yeah. And what kind of background are you looking for in students who are interested in IPD?
So the goal is really to recruit a diverse set of students who can learn from each other. So again, I keep saying design, engineering, and business, but it's true. We look to get diversity across discipline. We look to get diversity across levels of work experience. So we do have some students who are just out of school. The majority of students have 2 or 3 years of work experience, and then some have, 5, 10, 7 years of work experience. And so we're looking for people who have a strong background in one of the disciplines and show aptitude in the others, and are like really curious, exploratory, collaborative, are interested in kind of learning how to learn about the things that are going to become important in product design in the future.
Definitely. And what are some of the career paths students can take when they graduate?
So because students come in from different places, they go to a wide range of different places, but there's a couple of consistent paths. So user experience design is a big one, design research and strategy, product management, product design, design engineer. And those roles can, we've got students working at places like Google and Apple and Capital One, like large corporations. We have students who work for design consultancies. And then students who either start their own companies or go to work for very small startups, because that like interdisciplinary mindset and the ability to do a lot of things is really valuable in an entrepreneurial context.
That's awesome. And for those of you watching, feel free to ask any questions you have while we walk through this space. Those are all of my questions for you right now. But we also have Taylor Caputo here. Thanks so much for joining us. And you're going to show us some of the studios downstairs, right?
Yes, we are. Yeah, and Taylor is the director of the studios at Venture Lab. She is also a lecturer in IPD. She teaches some really cool classes that our students love taking, and she is an IPD alum, so she's a triple threat.
Awesome. That's so exciting.
And the resources that she is going to show you are resources that IPD students can access, but are also open to students across campus.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll
Awesome.
So everyone can follow me. We're going to head down to the first floor.
Perfect.
And also on our way to the elevator, I'll point out we have our CNC room here. So that houses our CNC routing machine. Our CNC services are something that we offer through the studios at Venture Labs. So our CNC router can essentially cut out big sheets of wood, 48 by 48 pieces of plywood. We have a lot of IPD students that use this tool to make full-scale furniture prototypes or phone prototypes. So it's a really good, prototyping machine to make things that are large scale. Also on the fourth floor, we won't show it on this tour, but we also have a small electronics lab, which is a super cool resource that we have here. So you don't have to schlep across campus to the engineering quad to go use all of those EE labs. We also have a dedicated staff in the electronics lab that has a lot of mechatronics, robotics knowledge, so they help you there. And also, as we're going into the studios, one of the awesome things about our space and our labs here is that they're always staffed by integrated product design students that have a lot of making knowledge. There's always someone here to help you. So we're here at the studios at Venture Lab. It's a nice busy day here. So this is our main space. We have 60 seats in here. So the studios at Venture Labs, as Sarah mentioned, are a really great resource for integrated product design students to use for their curricular, to support their curricular needs. As well as I mentioned, it is staffed also almost exclusively by integrated product design students. So kind of in parallel to all of the stuff that you're learning in your classes, it's also an amazing opportunity to work here and learn how to use all of the equipment as well. So as you can see, our main space, beautiful workspace right here on 40th Street. We have big work tables. We have our whole wall of hand tools over there. So really anything you would need. And then next I'll take you over to our laser cutting room next. Apologize, it might be a little loud, but I'll see if I can turn off the notification. Before I do, if you want to peek in there. So I'm going to pause this so you can hear me. So welcome to our laser cutting room. So we have 3 laser cutters in here. We have our Fusion that can cut material up to 36 by 48 inches, so one of the biggest laser cutters here at the university. And then we have our two smaller helixes that are our real workhorses that cut material up to 18 by 24. The studios provide laser cutting material free of charge, which is an incredible resource not only for IPD but the entire Penn community that can utilize the studios. You can just come here whenever we're open, work with a studio tech, and laser cut your parts. Like right here in this machine, this is one of my students from my How to Make Things course that's cutting a prototype of their laser cut puzzle project, which is super cool. We also have a spray booth that is very busy. Daphne, did you get a good hydro dipping sample?
Not a very good hydro.
But here's a good hydro dipping sample.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This is also for your puzzle or your puzzle. So Daphne's also in the How to Make Things class.
Very cool.
So next, we will go over to the 3D printing room. Akshay here is also an integrated product design student who works here. You can always spot our studio techs since they always are wearing a Carhartt apron. It's pretty easy to spot. So we can loop around here, get another shot of the tool hall if you'd like. And welcome to our 3D printing room, which is suspiciously quiet right now. I think we took all of our prints out from overnight. So we have 6 Stratasys F120 printers here. They're FDM technology printing. So they have a really big build volume, can print things up to a 10-inch cube. We print in black ABS. Also, our 3D printing services are provided to our members free of charge, which is amazing. So again, another great perk for those in the Integrated Product Design program, as well as the Penn community that utilizes our spaces. Lastly, we also have a really nice light-duty woodworking space back here, which is just, again, really helpful to have as part of all of our studio spaces. It's a great luxury to have all of these tools and all of these technologies right here in the same space. Whereas, you know, in some other labs or other spaces, they're kind of more spread out, and that is just one of the awesome things about the studios here, as well as it to be open not only to the Integrated Product Design program, but to the whole Penn community as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for giving that tour. I don't have any live questions, but I have a lot of people saying Taylor and Sarah are amazing. So you're appreciated in the program. But you can visit the Penn Engineering Graduate Admissions YouTube channel to watch our webinar on IPD to learn more about the program. You can also get an inside look at the program on their Instagram page at Penn IPD. Thanks so much. I really appreciate your time.
Of course, thank you, everyone.